well, that's 4, but I'm here for the second part of the 10 natural hair myths and objections video. My footage from the second part of the first video got deleted and I had to reshoot, so that's what I'm here doing for you guys today. And yeah, that's all the time you need, so let's get started. Okay, so I really understand this myth/objection that you can't do as many hairstyles with natural hair as you can with relaxed hair. But it's completely false. There's lots and lots of things that you can do with natural hair besides just a wash and go or a picked out afro. It's very, very, very versatile, so I don't want anybody to think that with natural hair you're stuck with one look, because nothing could be further from the truth. People with natural hair have found so many different ways to style their hair, and even if you want a straight look, you could do that with just a flat iron. You could do that with roller sets. You could. There's a plethora of options. I'm not going to ramble in this video. I'm going to try not to, but there's a plethora of options out there for natural hairstyles, and you are not stuck in a look with natural hair. As a matter of fact, I really think natural hair is more versatile than any other kind of hair, like braids or extensions or relaxers, anything like that. I really think it's much more versatile. So just, again, expose yourself to different hairstyles out there, and you will see you can definitely do a lot of hairstyles with natural hair. Now, this objection really doesn't make any sense. Saying natural hair is unprofessional is very, very, very rude. You can't say somebody was born with unprofessional hair. Like that statement in itself is just so off and so bigoted. You really can't say, oh, your natural hair, the hair you were born with, is just unprofessional. No matter what you do, you were born with unprofessional hair. It's just a very wrong statement to say. And I think that goes back to thinking that natural hair has one specific look to it. When there are so many different styles you can do, there's really no reason to feel like you have to be stuck in an unprofessional look with natural hair. If you have long enough hair, you can do buns, chignons, ponytails, and if you have short hair like me, I think a wash and go is very professional because it's just your natural texture. If you're not comfortable with wash and goes, if you're not comfortable with how your natural texture may be perceived, you can always do things like pin curls, which will make your hair just like big loopy spiral curls, and who can say that's unprofessional? That objection and myth is null and void. You cannot say somebody's hair is unprofessional unless they come in with like green and purple and pink streaks in, and like a ponytail up here off to the side and like half of it out. Like, unless they come out looking really, really crazy, you can't say someone's natural hair is unprofessional. So a lot of people think that natural hair is just super dry and there's nothing you can do about it, but I've also touched on this in the first half of this series, or whatever you want to call it. Our hair is naturally dry. That's part of what makes our hair the way it is. When your hair is dry, there's lots of things you can do to combat it. Natural 85 on YouTube has a great video on how to combat dryness in the wintertime, but you can apply the methods that she says in that video during any time of the year, honestly. Honestly, since water is the best moisturizer, the purest form of moisture for our hair, something very simple you can do to combat dryness is to just spritz your hair with water. Sorry, my phone just vibrated. Just spritz your hair with water. If someone's natural hair is dry, that just means that they're not giving it what it needs and doing things to combat the dryness, because without doing things for your hair, it's always going to be dry. So if you're not doing anything for it, you're going to have dry hair. So you can't say, well, natural hair is dry. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't do anything to it. So it's very easy to combat. Just do things to keep your hair moisturized, and that problem is completely alleviated. So very quick lesson, hair is constantly always growing, and relaxers do not make your hair grow. What happens is, with that relaxed hair, it's all chemically altered until new growth comes in and pushes it out. And then you apply that relaxer and your hair is continuing to grow and it pushes it out some more, and new growth has chemicals applied to it again to make it straight. So the relaxer isn't what's making your hair grow. Your hair is going to be growing regardless. Hair is constantly growing. You can definitely have long hair with your natural hair. Obviously, since our natural hair isn't straight, it's very textured, you don't see your actual length with it just in its natural curly state. For example, my hair looks short and then you stretch it out and it comes not long. It's not long yet, but it's getting there, and I'm trying to be patient with it. But you can definitely have long hair. The secret to having long natural hair is just retaining the length that you have, because everyone's hair grows. So if you're retaining that length that's put out from your scalp, your hair is going to be long. And in a previous video, I was talking about how the hair cycle says that everyone's hair grows from anywhere from 2 to 7 years. And if you have constant growth for 7 years, whether it's curly or straight, 7 years is a long time. Hair grows at an average of 6 inches a year, which is ½ an inch per month. If you are retaining those 6 inches a year, if you're retaining that ½ an inch per month and not letting your hair get breakage or damage or anything of that nature, your hair is going to be long, period. If a strand of hair stays on your head for 7 years, times 6 inches per year, that is 42 inches of hair. 42. Like, seriously, 42. It is very probable that people, even with natural hair, can have very long hair. It's all in how you care for it and make sure that your length is retained. So, something to think about. Okay, and the last reason is I don't want to do the big chop. But I totally understand that feeling. Not everybody wants to cut their hair off immediately when they decide to go natural. And you don't have to. If you don't want to do the big chop, all you have to do is transition. Just stop getting relaxers, keep your relaxed ends on, and start taking care of your hair as if all of it was natural. Start employing those practices that your research leads you to believe will be the best for your particular hair, and your hair will thrive and flourish. You need to just focus on combating dryness and working to prevent breakage at that line of demarcation. And yeah, you don't have to big chop. You can just transition until your hair reaches a length that you're comfortable with, and then cut off the relaxed ends. Or you can just gradually cut them off. Every month cut off ½ an inch, or every month cut off ¼ of an inch. That way your hair seems to be the same length, because your rate of growth is the same as the rate that you're cutting your hair off. So there's lots of options that you can do if you don't want to do a big chop. It's absolutely not required. You can do whatever is best for you. That's what natural hair is all about. You have to do what's best for your hair and your personal situation. So I really hope that this second installment to my 10 natural hair myths video series has been helpful to some of you. I hope some of you have decided to go natural. I would really love any questions and comments that you have. Please just leave them down below. And please subscribe. And I will see you ladies in the next video. Bye.